Good night, everyone doing tonight. God is good and God is good all the time. My name is Armin Jail, Spiritual Divine, and I'm also the creator of the world. And I do have a word for you on tonight. First is gonna be the title gonna be Sheba rebel against David, but also this woman view everything from the wall. You know how the older women back in the day used to be by the one just seeing and watching everything. But this woman here that was sitting on top of the wall and she just monitoring everything, seeing everything that was going on. So we're gonna talk about David and Joel first. Um Sheba, this is a terrible trouble man here. Now he was a troublemaker who was only interested in stirring up trouble to make a name for himself. And that's how some people are. Some people like to stir up trouble, like to stir up noise and everything else just to make a name for themselves. Now he also raised rebellions against King David. So now this man made trouble for David, and he turned David men to follow him. So now Sheba is wanted by David, and also he gonna cause confusion with this woman here, and we're gonna see at the end what's gonna happen to Sheba. So in the story, we're gonna come from Second Solomon, chapter 20, verse 1 to 22. So David men follow Sheba. So now David goes to Amnas to summon the men to come with him. Now remember, Sheba took his men to follow him. So now he going to this person here to get men, to summon men for him. In 3 days he'll be back to hit on the road to go to the Sheba. So now this and want him to come along too. So he went to summon Julius and he took a long time to come. So the men he summoned scared. They took a long time to come because the men is scared of Sheba. They said he might be worse than David's son. Remember David had a problem with his son. His son got so mad because what happened to their sister, and so he brutalized a lot of David men. So now David said, Sheba might be worse than David's son. So that's why it took a long time, and they were too scared to even come out because they're scared to go on the road to deal with Sheba. So now Joe, he is a warranty. So he came, he was scrapped up, ready to fight war. He like a spiritual divine. This came scrapped up with all kind of weapons all around his waist. So Job men and all the mighty warriors, they marched out from Jerusalem to pursue Sheba. So while they was at the rock of Galilee, they came to meet them, and Joe greeted them. So Joe is the word. So he wearing all this mandatory weapons and all this kind of stuff. He just wearing all kind of stuff. Now he supposed to be going down. He going down there to Sheba, and he dressed with all kind of weapons, ready to take this man down. See, he got all kind of stuff around his belt. He got a digger in his sleeve. You know, so he just scrapped. He just ready. So Joe and his men still on their way to pursue Sheba. Now, Joe stated that whoever favored him and whoever is for David follow. Because these the men he had summoned to follow him. Because David men is with Sheba. So now Joe want to pursue Sheba because he rebelled against David and took his men to follow him also. So we're about to see this wise woman. Now we're about to get to this woman that threw everything over the wall. She about to take action. You know, and she about to save this city. Hundreds of people she about to save. And this story is something like Esther. A situation came to Esther, and she just took charge. She had history. She just took charge. She didn't ask no questions. She just took charge. And this woman about to do the same thing. She sit there and monitor and study everything, sitting up and down on top of the wall, watching everything that go on. Now So she watched everything. So she didn't focus on the battle, but she created a solution to save. Now this is history also. You know, God used another woman to do a project and she got it done. She ain't asked no questions, she just got it done. You know, so this woman stood on the wall of the city and she studied the activity. What she see, what Joe and his army begin battering the wall. You know, so she's sitting on top of the wall. And remember, Joe went there to get to Sheba. So he by the wall and he trying to get all his weapons and everything together to bring down Sheba, you know. And so he didn't realize the woman up there just watching. So now she watching them preparing, sharpening their weapon, just doing everything. And the woman couldn't believe what all she was seeing. She couldn't believe it for her eyes. All she know who is behind all this here. You know, only thing she could think of was Sheba. You know, the only interested in stirring out trouble to make a name for herself. That's the only name she could come up with, you know, for why these people out there about to, you know, she watching them preparing and sharpening their weapon and everything to tear down their wall. You know, so she had a history going on here. And she knew the town people personally. You know, so she knew the time they're in Jerusalem, so she know all the people personally that's in there. So she trying to tell them what she just saw. You know, so they all love the law. All of them love the law. You know, because they're all Israelites. You remember God moved them out of Canaanites and moved them to Jerusalem from rebelling against God. You know, so responsibility to what she could. You know, so now this woman, they all love the law, and this woman took responsibility to do what she could. Now she's seen the situation. Now she could have just ignored, or she could have just turned her back, you know. But this woman here, she went to the Israel. She went to all of them, you know, all the people in Jerusalem, and she talked to them and told them what was going on. Now this is a wise woman, so they trusted her. And they allowed her to go ahead on and speak on their behalf because they knew she was wise. You know, so the town of the people trust her. They didn't mind her speaking for them on their behalf. You know, so this woman on the wall, she called out to Joe. Now she called out to Joe and listened and told him, listen, come here, Joe. Now you listen what I got to say. So we about to read 2 Samuel 20, 18, 19, what she told. She said, so so she said, listen to what your servant has to say. I'm listening, he said. And she continued, long ago they used to say, get your answer at Ebed, and that settled it. But we are peaceful, she said, and they're faithful, Israel, and you are trying to destroy a city that is a mother of Israel. You know, so why do you want to swallow up the law inheritance? You know, so far be it from me. Joe replied. Now he replying back, for me to swallow. He said it's not that case of me trying to swallow you up. That is not the case. He said a man named Sheba, who would bear, he had lift up his hand against the king, against King David. Now the hand over this one man, and I withdraw from the city. Now he told her, if you can hand me over on Sheba, then I'd stop. And I stop. I won't destroy your wall. I won't destroy that all. You know, so now he replied, the man named Sheba that had lift up his hand against David. That's why I'm trying to pursue him. Because he rebelled over our King David. You know, so Jobin told her, if you hand over Sheba, I withdraw from the city. You know, so the woman said to Job, his head will be thrown to you from the wall. Now, see, this is a powerful woman. You know, she said, okay, his head will be thrown to you over the wall. If that's the case, that's it. You know, she said, okay, no problem. If that's the case for you to stop tearing down our wall, I will take him and take his head and throw it over the wall to you. So this is a powerful woman here. So then the woman went to all the people of Jerusalem with her advice. Now she told them her advice. Remember, she had created a solution. To see how she can stop this person from tearing down the wall. So she called him. She wasn't even scared. She's remember she's sitting over the walls. She's seeing him sharpening their weapon, seeing he got a whole army over there, and she wasn't scared. She's like, "Look, come here. Let me speak to you for a minute." And she was a powerful woman. She wasn't scared, and she told him how she feel, why you tearing down God on inheritance. Because God is a part of the Israelite. He Israelite is his chosen one. So and he said that's not the case. He must have thought all that while was for Sheba that he was trying to tear down. All the while was for a part of them. So she didn't focus on the battle like he had other weapons. She didn't focus on none of that. She was focusing on trying to get a solution to get him to stop tearing it down, and that's just what she did. He wanted Sheba order to stop tearing that down. She said, "Okay, you got it. I will have his head and throw it over the wall to you." So so then the woman went to all the people with her advice, and they cut off the head of Sheba, and she threw it to Joe. And she did just that. She told him, "I will have his head and throw it over the wall to you," and she did just that. So the woman didn't focus on the battle. She took action. She found a solution. Now this woman saved the city, and she also saved hundreds of people. Because once they would have tore that wall down, they would have tried to kill everybody that was in it. Would destroy the whole city. So that's why she was stopping them from tearing the wall down. See, they were tearing the wall down to get to them. They have a big old wall right there. Do you remember they had to tear the wall down to get so they had a big old wall right there. So she saved hundreds of lives. You know, and she didn't turn her back, but she took responsibility. She didn't turn her back. In the Israelite, they trusted her so much, they let her go speak on their behalf. And she sure did. She went back on top of that wall and called Joe over and found out why is you trying to tear down our wall. And he explained to him it wasn't that case. He trying to get to somebody else. So God may use us to save the life of hundreds. Now this is another woman that God used to get a project done. And she did just that. I mean, that's a powerful woman to cut somebody's head off and then throw it to him in order for him to stop tearing down the wall. So this is a wise woman. Now she watched the roof on the wall, and she seen Joe in his army battling in preparation, sharpening weapons and stuff. Now anybody be scared if you looking and you see somebody just preparing their weapon and sharpening all this kind of stuff. And remember Joe was scrap. He had all kind of army of God stuff on. Some of the materials he had on. So to tear down the wall and the city. But quickly she took responsibility. She had to hurry up and come up with something to stop him from tearing that wall down. Because once he would have got that wall down, he would have got to them. He would have destroyed the whole city and would have killed them too. So she had to come up with something quickly, and she did. So this story seemed like when Esther had a situation came to her, she asked no questions. She just took charge and started doing what she had to do. So now a situation didn't come to this wise woman here. She watched from the view of the wall, and she took charge. So the story is something similar alike. Now too, she didn't focus on the battle, but she tried to find a solution to solve it and take charge. Now 3, the people of Israel respect her because they know she was wise, and they didn't mind her speaking on their behalf, and 4, because they knew she was wise and her advice would save their wall in them. 5, she was not scared to talk to the one who was sharper. That's what I was saying earlier. Anybody else I'd be scared to talk to somebody that he had all them weapons, and then he's sharpening and making sure it's sharp, so that he can bring it, put it through on Sheba. But she climbed on that wall. She said, "Hey, you come here. I need you to listen." So she wasn't scared. That was a bold woman. She climbed up there and she called him over there and told him how she felt, trying to find out what's going on. So 6. Job said, "Give me Sheba, and he will not tear your wall down." She said, "Okay, no problem. If that's what it takes for you to stop tearing down my wall, I will do just that. I will not only just bring him to you, I will bring you his head." She sound like David. David said, "I'll tear this giant down, but and then in the process, I'm gonna take his head off." So this is a bad woman here. This is a bad woman. She said, "I'm not only gonna just bring him to you, I'm gonna bring his head to you separate, and I will throw it over the wall and give it to you." She did just that. That was a powerful woman. Just a powerful woman that just took charge like that. So she did just that. She cut off Sheba's head and she threw it to Job. So she made history because she saved not only the wall, not only she saved the city, but she also saved hundreds of people that was in that city. That was a powerful woman right there. That's a powerful woman. Now she always was just sitting up there just watching everything. Now some people used to back in the day used to sit by, have a chair and just sit by the window and just watch everything. But this woman had to climb up on the wall and watch everything that was going on. And so she saw somebody preparing and sharpening their weapon and stuff. She knew they were about to tear down this wall. She knew somebody about to die. She knew somebody about to tear down this city. Destroy it. So, she ain't asked no questions. She ain't asked none of that. She just started telling the people what she about to do, and she tried to create and come up with a solution for him to stop tearing down the wall. So after she talked to the people and let them know what was going on, that somebody about to go to war, so then she came back on the wall to talk to him and told him, "What is you doing? Why is you trying to destroy our city? This is the inheritance of God." So he was like, "This not the case. This is not the case. We want Sheba, because he rebelled against our King David, So he said, if you just bring him to me, I'll stop tearing down your wall. So they worked good together. And at the end, after she see how Joe, remember Joe is a military watch. He fight. He was gonna go he gonna tear that man up. So after all that, they wind up and had him to help David, because David was their king too. So to them help David with the king over Israel. Because they see that he was a powerful man too. He was a powerful man too. And it's not the first time he had helped a woman to get a job done. It's plenty of women. I already talked to you about Deborah and Jonah. I forgot her name, but now we got this woman here. They don't say her name. Just said they don't have her direct name. Just say she is the woman of Abed Bet Malachah. So there's plenty of women in this Bible that just take charge and do what they have to do. So and what she was saying, that she don't focus on the battle. She focus on the solution. And so that's what we all have to do. When we in our storm, we have to, that's just like in my storm. I'm just not trying to, she's saying you got to not keep on focus. I had to not keep focus on my battle. I had to focus on the solution, and see me, I be focused on my battle, but at the same time, I'm still trying to move forward. Yeah, I don't let the devil stop me, and keep me at a standstill. When I say a standstill, meaning just lying in the bed all day long, just crying them open. I don't do that. Once I hop out that bed, I'm doing what I need to do. You know, don't let the devil have you at a standstill, just crying them open in your bed. You got to get up. Show the devil that you're gonna get up. Show the devil that you're gonna keep on moving forward. It's so much chaos because the devil is so mad that no matter what the devil constantly keep on doing to me, I still constantly keep on moving forward. I don't stand still. I don't lay still. I just keep on moving. We got to keep on having solutions. We got to keep on putting our faith into action. So that's what this lady did. This lady put everything in action. She was wise, and all the people in Israel, they trusted her. You go do what you got to do with this person here. She went by herself and climbed back on that wall. She didn't focus on what she saw. She focused on a solution of what she can do. And that was a wise woman. That was a wise and a bad woman. Don't play with her. She will take your head off. So she that was a good lesson, that don't focus. She stated, don't focus on the battle, focus on a solution, and that can be a take on for all of us. All of us. Not all of us is not dealing with battle. All of us not dealing with storm. But whoever is out there dealing with a battle or dealing with something in your life, we have to not focus on that and try to move forward. Try to move forward and find a solution to move forward. By me, I just keep on working. I keep on staying busy. Keep on working. When you keep on moving forward, you constantly making the devil mad. That's why I'm constantly being attacked because I'm at a standstill. See, the devil keep coming at me because the devil want me to turn around and just throw in the top. Because sometimes the devil keep on poking and keep on poking to try to frustrate you, to get you like, I'm going to throw in the towel. I'm not doing this no more. But I never stop and never say I'm not going to do this no more. The devil going to keep on poking. Keep on poking. But you got to keep on showing the devil you're going to keep on trying to move forward. You're going to keep on moving forward. You're going to try to keep on trying to find ways, so for the solution to keep on going. And that's what I do. I keep on going. All kind of stuff coming at me. But I try to keep my head up high and keep on moving forward. I don't let the devil have me still laying in that bed crying and moping and stuff like that. You're going to cry. And when you cry, that don't mean you weak. That means you trying to come up with a solution to rise back up. And that's what you have to do. You have to find solutions. And then you have to, when the devil constantly keep coming at you, you got to constantly keep on working hard. Because see, the devil gonna tell you what you cannot do. You got to show the devil what you can do. And that's what you have to do. You have to show the devil what you can do. We're going to be wise like this woman here. We're going to stop focusing on our battle. We're going to be focusing on the solution, how we're going to keep on moving forward to that finish line. I can see the finish line, but the devil keep on putting something right in front of that finish line. But I'm going to keep on climbing that mountain. I'm going to keep on climbing that mountain. I'm going to keep on trying to find solution how I'm going to keep on moving forward to that finish line. So there was a wise woman that we want to take note on, that she don't focus on her battle. Because if she was focused on her battle and she saw all the weapons and saw how he was sharpening and all the weapons and he had a whole army with him, that didn't scare her. That don't scare her. She climbed on that one and said, hey, you come here. And that's how we have to do. We have to be. See, I'm fearless. Because I'm constantly keep on working hard and keep on proving myself, not only to God but to myself. See, God already know what you can do. We just have to know what we can do. And because at first I thought I couldn't do none of this stuff, but as I'm doing it, each day you get better and better. So we're gonna view a whole lot of stuff that's in our life. We're going to do a whole lot of stuff that's in our battle. And we're going to do like this woman. We're going to try to find solution, and take responsibility for us to keep on moving forward. That this woman here, she did a good job. You know, she didn't focus on the weapons that they was doing, sharpening weapons. She did not focus on that. She went back to the people and let them know what was going on. And then she thought of something that what she gonna do. So she went back and called on a person that was sharpening the weapons to try to destroy their wall in this city and also kill them that's in that city. So she had to come up with something so he could put the weapons down. You know, just like I had preached the other day about the news. Put the weapon down and pick up a Bible. You know, so she had to hurry up and get to him and come up with something for him to put the weapon down. You know, and that's what we have to do. We have to find solution. You know, I defeat the devil every day, and you all have to defeat the devil every day. You know, this woman here, she defeats the devil because she hurried up and came with a solution. She came up with a problem. She came up with something for him to put the weapon down. She meant that she didn't want him to destroy their wall, destroy their city, and kill them in that process. You know, so I just hope y'all enjoyed this word. And remember, when you on God's side, you're going to always have someone behind that wall that kind of trying to bring you down. See, they were trying to bring that wall down. You know, so you always gonna have somebody always gonna try to tear you down, gonna try to tear that wall down. You know, but you got to keep on being on side of that wall, and you got to keep on keeping your head up in the air. Keep your eyes on God, and remember who is behind us. You know, because a lot of time the devil be behind that wall trying to tear it down, trying to tear you down. You know, but we got to stop being focused on the battle and focus on not letting the devil tear the wall down. You know, and that's what we have to focus on. Like this woman said, she didn't focus on that battle. She focused on a solution for him to stop tearing the wall down and put the weapon down. So I hope y'all have a blessed night. And always keep your faith. Keep your faith and keep on moving. Never let the devil stop. In the name of Jesus, I hope y'all have a blessed night. I'll see you on the next video.